Hello. Greetings. What's up, everybody? I'm Allison Johnson, and you're watching Pulling the Black Card, and I hope this video finds you in good health. I really do. A lot's going on in America. Yeah, in the States. I woke up yesterday to hear Don Lemon has been fired. Tucker from Fox was let go. Phil Jackson does not watch the NBA anymore. Doesn't watch basketball, and he just doesn't go for all that was going on during the pandemic, and when they were playing in the bubble, and when a lot of police brutality still goes on. It will, I believe, go on forever. I'm a hopeful person, but listen, I'm a realist. And this was during the time when Black Lives Matter came, to be. We now know that they were scamming like a mother. They took $90 million and did absolutely nothing with it. And I'm not really keen on the kneeling either. I'm into more tangible things from a protest. And I know people are going to put in the comments, she's looking for a leader. Look, I'm not looking for a leader. But when you protest, okay? When you protest, something should come. There should be an end game. I know things are different, but like the example of the Panthers, okay? They saw that children were not eating, having a good breakfast. Many people didn't have money. So what did they do? They started the breakfast program. Now, still, more than 50 years later, we have the breakfast program and the lunch program. That came from the Panthers. That did not exist until they did it. And sickle cell testing, because it hits the black community at such a high rate. I remember my cousins was in the Panthers, and they would go to the old Lincoln Hospital, and they would do volunteer work and have people tested for free, take over the hospital, have people tested for free, and then started their own free clinics. We talking about millionaires kneeling, getting on their knees. I don't want to see a brother on his knees, okay? Getting on his knees in protest. You got millions of dollars. How about y'all funnel your money together? And I'm not saying give money. You can funnel your money together, buy land, build, just like Black Lives Matters. There should be a hospital, school, something. They had $90 million. These brothers have millions of dollars. Do something with it so that you can give back and make money. You could still make money. Kneeling ain't gonna get you nothing. And then writing Black Lives Matter across the damn court. I need something tangible. But just because I believe that does not negate the fact that Phil Jackson is a damn racist, because he has said and done things that prove such. But as for and I'm going to talk about it. I know when I was growing up, like I said before, I've talked about this, my daddy was with the Nation of Islam. And back when I was a little girl and in kindergarten and in first grade, we said the pledged allegiance to the flag every morning. And my father wasn't having it, and he told me when they do it in the morning, you turn your back to the flag and you look the other way and you don't say it or nothing. Well, I was punished every day for months. I couldn't go to recess. I couldn't go outside with the other kids because I was doing that. And my parents did not run in there right away to try to alleviate this. Not because they were being mean, but my dad wanted me to realize that when you take, even as a little girl like that, he wanted me to understand that when you stand up for a cause and you do things different from everyone else, you're going to have repercussions and there's going to be consequences. And my consequence was I couldn't go outside and play with other kids, okay? After enough crying, and I guess they saw I've suffered enough. I was a little person, okay? they went to school, and then a compromise was made where I didn't turn my back to the flag, but I didn't say the words, and I didn't put my hand on my heart, and so that's how we compromised, and I was let to go out and play with the rest of the kids, so that's so seeing brothers on their knees, I never liked that. But like I said, it does not negate the fact that Phil Jackson is a racist. And he claims that politics shouldn't be in sports. Politics were always in sports, and to think that when you see the suffering that was going on. This was taking place during all that police brutality, and they were, things. These black men were coming playing ball, and they're seeing this stuff on the news. They're seeing George Floyd be strict, yell he can't breathe. They're seeing all these things, one after another. And you think that's not going to affect them? And you think they're not going to want to do something? I wish they would take their money and really do something tangible other than kneeling, okay? But like I said, Phil Jackson, as far back as 1999, this is what Phil Jackson said in 1999. Jackson gave a condescending statement, okay? He said, I don't mean to say this as a snide remark towards a certain population. You know who that certain population is, right? When white men say that, these are trigger words. That's black folk, okay? A certain population in our society, but he goes on to say, what the hell? But they have limitations, and when he says they, he's talking about the team, okay? He said they have limitations. Their attention span is limited. A lot of it is probably due to too much rap music. That's what he says, going in their ears and coming out of their being. Listen, a lot of... In 1999, rap music was different. Rap music, I can't hardly take rap music now. It's a one-note thing. It's the same thing over and over again. Everybody talking about killing. All the women talking about getting money and Birkin bags for their poom poom. That's the same thing over and over again. But I have to say that to me, this back in 1999, rap music was more. It had different styles. More, it was different back then. You had the conscious rap music. They had gangster rap music. They had all types of rap music, and he didn't want to hear that in the locker rooms. This is the same man that in the 60s posed nude, used to use drugs, marched against the Vietnam War. He considered himself a liberal, okay? But these baby boomer white men in their 70s, it was all right when they saw that we were moving slowly and they still had the power. See, we feel like, oh God, it's not moving fast enough. White people, white men, baby boomers feel like it's moving too fast for them, okay? Black coaches, these brothers thinking they could dress the way they want to dress, coming here playing that hippity hop music. I could hear I could hear him now. And then during when David Stern put in that dress code, this is what Phil had to say about this. And it reeks of racism. He said, I think it's important that players take their end of it. Get out of their prison garb. Okay? Signal words. Their prison garb and the thuggery aspect of basketball that has come along with hip-hop music. Okay? So that's how Phil feels about it. Well, Jalen Rose feels this way about Phil Jackson. And I agree.
On the back of jerseys. You can't make this up. Hall of Fame coach and 11-time champion Phil Jackson claims to have stopped supporting the NBA because it became too political when it went into the bubble and was catering to certain audiences by putting slogans on the back of jerseys and Black Lives Matter on the floor. The same Phil Jackson that won championships with some of the greatest black athletes in the history of the game. Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen, Shaquille O'Neal, Kobe Bryant, made millions on their backs and off their sweat equity. You're sitting up watching a game with your grandkids and y'all think it's funny when justice passes the ball to equal opportunity? When somebody shows you who they are, believe them. So stop watching forever.